Goblin, the lonely and great god.
The screenwriter and director behind this great Korean drama. Screenwriter Kim Yoon-suk is a Korean screenwriter and has several hit dramas such as Descendant of the Sun, The Heirs, and Secret Garden. Her most recent work, Goblin, took her 6 years to create, and she was inspired by the idea of legends and gods in Korea. Directed by Lee Young-book, who is a Korean director. The two are the creative minds behind the hit shows Descendants of the Sun and Goblin. Characters: Kim Shin or Goblin, an 939-year-old immortal goblin and protector of souls who is in search of his bride, who's the only one who can remove the sword piercing his chest. He was killed by King Wang-yu, who lost all his memories when he became a Grim Reaper. Ji Yoon-tak, an optimistic and bubbly high school student and the legendary Goblin's bride. She can see ghosts because of something that happened when she was born, and is immune to the Goblin's power. Yoo In-na as Sunny, the attractive owner of a chicken restaurant who is constantly confused by the Grim Reaper's constant social awareness. She was Goblin's sister in her previous life as Queen and the Grim Reaper's wife. Lee Dong-wook as Grim Reaper, a good-looking, cynical yet humorous character who is the guide to the Goblin and his bride's reincarnation or afterlife. Along with the other Grim Reapers, he has no memory of his own past life. He has a strong friendship with the Goblin, whom he was ordered to kill in his past life as the King of Goryeo, but has no memory of it, and neither does the Goblin. Yuk Sung-jae as Yoo Dok-hwa, a rebellious yet kind-hearted chaebol heir and the only grandson of the Yoo family, a household that has the responsibility of taking care of Goblin.
Supporting characters. Samshin is the goddess of birth and fate, and takes on many forms in the drama to keep an eye on Ji Yoon-tak and her mother, Park Jun-yoon, the evil minister, a cunning and manipulative eunuch from the Goryeo dynasty.
Theme: Love, Death, and Sacrifices. Love. Kim Shin and Ji Yoon-tak really did an amazing job of depicting what real love is. The way they waiting for each other and trusted in their love that they would be together was moving. Even with death against them, they held on and never gave up. Their love was selfless, him dying to save her and her willing to die to save him. Sacrifices. Where characters need to sacrifice their own lives for the sake of others, especially their loved ones. Death is the ending of one's life. In the story, it highlighted that we can't do anything about death but accept it and cherish our life with the fullest. Genre. The genre of the series is based in historical, action, romance, fantasy. It has a simple but impactful style of portraying the story in which leaving the audience in awe and fascination. Style. Style of Goblin, the lonely and great god. Apart from the passion in which at the dynastic times, where it has a functional and cultural appropriation, it is also the style of how the series is portrayed. Flashback to Wang Yu thinking that Scroll Woman looks like who Sunny has in her former life. Scroll Woman is Kim Shin's sister. He asked himself if Sunny is the reincarnation of Scroll Woman. Wang Yu realizes he cried when he saw Scroll Woman and Sunny for the first time. He asked himself if this is related to his erased memories of his former life. The Goblin has a flash forward, and Yoon-tak is now age 28, and she looks happy without him. He doesn't see himself in the future, and he figures what happened when he decides to end the immortality, and then Yoon-tak will live with a happy life without him. Symbolism. Ji Yoon-tak's scarf symbolizes the love of her mother. She is comfortable with her situation while in her possession, giving her warmth and confidence. Sword. It symbolizes award and punishment. The sword is a punishment for the innocent lives due to him approaching the king. It is an award because the mortality gives him sufficient time to make up for his sin of taking away the thousands of lives. The Grim Reaper's hat. They wear black fedora hat to become invisible to humans while they perform their duties. Jade ring is associated for being a former queen of Goryeo, meaning she is a royalty of the ancient times. The ring the queen wore before her death was the same ring the shaman had when she told Yuntak's mother the story of the general and his unfortunate life in episode 1. The same ring appears in episode 3, which gives us a funny encounter between Sunny and the Reaper. A mark on Yuntak's neck symbolizes that she is unable to see ghosts and she has been selected as the goblin's wife. Blowing out a flame symbolizes when Yuntak wants to summon Kim Shin. Like when she is in danger, she's trying to summon the goblin because she is in danger and she needs help. Maple leaf symbolizes love. Yuntak said that if you catch a falling maple leaf, you will fall in love with the person you are walking with. Tea room where they will deliver the deceased sentence. Souls are allowed to drink tea to forget their lives and live with bliss and being told that they would live with the memory of their sins in hell or purgatory. Moral lesson: forgiveness. The Grim Reaper did some bad things in his past life. A lot of bad things that affected the people he came to know and love. While wallowing in regret and sorrow, he asked the goblin for forgiveness and instead of staying angry at him, the goblin forgave the Grim Reaper. If the goblin didn't forgive him, the Grim Reaper would have lived in loneliness and anger forever. Cherish the time you have with loved ones. Although it was a very obvious lesson, this drama serves as a simple reminder to not take our own lives and the lives of loved ones for granted. Almost every episode had a recurring theme of someone dying and leaving their loved ones behind. It was saddening, but it was also encouraging in the sense that it reminded us to be cherish the moments and time we have with those loved ones. True love is patient and loyal. As the goblin wanders through the wilderness for 9 years, there is not a second that passes where he doesn't think about his love, Ji-Yun-tak. Talk about loyalty. Even after this, the goblin waits 30 years after Yuntak's death for the reincarnation of his bride. His patience and willingness to be with his one true love was unwavering and inspiring to watch.